Hello there, how you doing, Jeff D? AIMCHealthSolutions.com, Saturday morning video, health and wellness, Chitchewit Rail Trail, Chitchewit Lake on this cool Memorial Day weekend here in Massachusetts. So, you always want health tips. That's what we give you every week. Normally, our health tips are based around lifestyle. And the core parts of that is usually supplementation, diet, mindset, and of course, uh, exercise, right? I had to think there for a second. So, but really in reality, one of the most important health tips I can give you, besides, of course, drinking lots of water and exercising, is how often do you interact with other people? Human interaction. Now, as you probably know, behavioral health, mental health is probably one of the biggest dilemmas out there in the world today. A lot of, especially after the pandemic, people were isolated and there was a lot of depression. You probably weren't feeling that great. But let me ask you a question. Do you feel better after interacting with people? Let's say you go visit some friends, you go to the gym versus working out at home, you're interacting, talking to people, you get a chance to kind of get stuff off your chest. And I don't know about you, but you might look a little weird if you're doing that, talking to yourself, walking down the bike path, right? Human interaction is absolutely key. It's best for your social well-being. Your social well-being is probably, of anything, the most important health tip I can give you today. Because, as you probably know, we're all meant to talk to each other. Now, we're all busy, of course. We got jobs, we have family, and all that. But I gotta tell you right now, it's nothing better than when you hear from a friend, they just pick up the phone and give you a call to see how you're doing, or you do the same thing. You call some of your friends up, see how you're doing. No, don't send an email, don't send a text. Pick up the phone, go grab a coffee or a protein shake if you want to be really healthy, and interact with people. So I met a friend yesterday for coffee. It was great, just you chat. You talk about things. You talk about life. You shake their hand. You give them a hug, whatever. The human touch, the human interaction, let me tell you, is absolutely essential in today's world. And the pandemic definitely hit that home, because when we were all isolated, and let me tell you, I didn't feel great. That's one of the reasons why I run a networking group here in the Boston area. It's just getting people together is so key. So I'm going to give you some homework, right? Instead of sitting at home, call a friend. If you don't have any friends, make some friends. Go to an event, go to the gym and interact. Don't bother people too much because they want to get their workouts in. But interact with people, because it actually helps with your stress level, your mental well-being, and ultimately you're healthier, because what happens is your mind gets off other things, right? If you're alone a lot, you think about things too much. But if you're with people, you talk about it and you interact. So try that out. I'm going to give you, all right? So if you know me, reach out to me, all right? That's your homework. Let's ask each other how we're doing. See if we can help each other out. And let me tell you, you're going to feel awesome about life, all right? Have a good day. Jeff D, AIMCHealthSolutions.com.